Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. On behalf of the College Options Foundation and Academic Initiatives, my name is Dave Bykowski, and I welcome you to the 2021 Air Force Junior ROTC National Academic Championship. Our two finalists competed in 6 preliminary round matches yesterday and made it through 2 rounds of playoff competition to get up here on stage for this championship match. With the Blue Buzzers, the number 1 seed coming in undefeated from San Diego, California, Scripps Ranch High School. And with the White Buzzers coming into the playoffs as the number 7 seed and pulling off back-to-back upsets to get here from Liberty, Kentucky, Casey County High School. Teams, before we begin, we'll go ahead and do a buzzer check. So starting closest to me and working our way across the stage, if you could please ring in and give, using the microphone, your name and your upcoming year in school, please.
Ryan Beard, Jr.
Drekken Piles, Jr.
Mason Gill, Jr.
Bryce Howard, sophomore.
Samuel Chen, senior.
Patrick No, senior.
Kevin Zhao, rising junior.
Vanessa Zhou, senior.
Again, congratulations, teams, on making it up here. Do you have any questions for me before we begin? Seeing none, we will begin with the first quarter. First quarter consists of 8 toss-up questions worth 10 points apiece. Teams, hands on your buzzers. Good luck. Here we go with toss-up number 1. Bokmal is the written language of this country. Casey County.
Norway.
Norway is correct for 10 points. Number 2. Black Tuesday marked the official beginning of this period in history, and the Smoot-Hawley tariff made this period worse in the U.S. Casey County.
Great Depression.
Is correct for 10 points. Number 3. This organ does not function properly in people with astigmatism. Inside this organ, you would find the aqueous humor. Casey County.
Eye.
Eyes is correct for 10 points. Number 4. A herd of free-ranging bison in this national park is the largest such herd in the U.S. The Mammoth Hot Springs are located in this park. This national park is the only one to span across 3 different Scripps Ranch.
Yellowstone.
Yellowstone is correct for 10 points. Number 5. This mathematical function appears 3 times in the formula for the binomial coefficient. On a single integer n, this function will output the number of permutations. Scripps Ranch.
The choose function.
That's incorrect. I'll continue. Permutations of n objects. Applying this function to 0 yields 1, while applying it to 4 yields 24. Name this mathematical function calculated for n by multiplying all the positive integers less than or equal to n and written using an exclamation point. Casey County.
Geometric.
Incorrect. Factorial is the answer we're looking for there. Number 6. This word may refer to a single image making up a video feed or movie, of which there are a certain number per second. Casey County.
Frame.
Frame is correct for 10. It became a constitutional monarchy in 1964 and a republic in 1974. While many third world nations became independent around that time, this one was European. Previously controlled by Phoenicia, Greece, Carthage, Rome, the Arabs, the Normans, Spain, France, and Great Britain, as well as the Knights Hospitallers, what is this island nation? Scripps Ranch.
Malta.
Say that one more time, please.
Malta.
Yes, that's correct for 10 points. Number 8. The name's the same. One is the name of a 100-eyed giant who... Okay. The name's the same. One is the name of a 100-eyed giant who guarded Io. Scripps Ranch.
Argos.
Yes, Argos is correct for 10 points. Teams, that's the end of the first quarter. A good competitive match here. Casey County in the lead 40-30 at the end of the first quarter. We move on to the toss-up bonus round. There are 4 toss-ups in this quarter. A correct answer gives a team 10 points and the first opportunity at a 3-part bonus totaling 30 points. Missed bonus parts do bounce back to the other team who has the opportunity to steal those points. Teams will begin the second quarter with this toss-up question. Hands on your buzzers. Through a storefront window on the left of this painting, only a single gray cash register is visible. In this painting, a woman in red sits. Scripps Ranch.
Nighthawks.
That's correct for 10 points. We'll leave the light on here for your bonus. In J.M.W. Turner's Rain, Steam, and Speed, a white rabbit runs alongside one of these vehicles in the distance. For 10 points each, first, name this type of vehicle, a series of railroad cars moved as a unit that is depicted in Edouard Manet's The Railway.
Train.
That's correct. Number 2, this surrealist artist's Time Transfixed includes a train exiting a fireplace. This Belgian artist's work titled The Treachery of Images depicts a pipe, but says, "This is not a pipe," at the bottom.
Magritte.
Yes, and finally, this impressionist artist practiced en plein air, the act of painting outdoors, by painting the Gare Saint-Lazare train station. This French artist also painted Impression Sunrise and a series of about 250 water lilies.
Monet.
Claude Monet is correct for a 30-point sweep of the bonus. Toss-up number 2. Near the beginning of this novel, 4 children are sent to live with Diggory Kirke. Those 4 children later occupy thrones at Cair Paravel in this novel. Casey County.
The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
That's right for 10 points and a bonus coming your way. This author wrote about Amory Blaine, a Princeton student who declines into poverty and is rejected by Rosalind Connage in his novel This Side of Paradise. For 10 points each, first, name this Jazz Age author. The title character of another novel by this author is shot by George Wilson in a swimming pool after being wrongly accused of Myrtle's death by Tom Buchanan.
Langston Hughes.
That's incorrect. Chance to steal, Scripps Ranch.
Fitzgerald.
Yes, F. Scott Fitzgerald is correct. Back to Casey County for part 2. Tom Buchanan appears in this so-called Great American Novel by Fitzgerald, narrated by Nick Carraway. The title character of this novel loves Daisy Buchanan and gazes at a green light at her house across the bay. Captain, your answer, please.
The House of Seven Gables.
Incorrect. Chance to steal for Scripps Ranch.
The Great Gatsby.
That's correct. Back over to Casey County for part 3. The Great Gatsby is set in the towns of West Egg and East Egg on Long Island in this American city's suburbs.
New York City.
That's correct. So you get 10 points earned on the bonus, 20 points stolen on the bonus by Scripps Ranch. And we'll clear and go to toss-up number 3. Schoolmaster Patrick Pierce led a political movement in this country that ended with 16 executions. This country was the site of the 1916 Easter Rising. Scripps Ranch.
Ireland.
Yes, that's correct for 10 points, and bonus coming your way. According to legend, this city was founded by twin boys raised by a she-wolf, Lupercal, who had saved them from drowning in a river. For 10 points, first, name this city mythically founded by Romulus and Remus.
Rome.
Yes. King Amulius allegedly sent Romulus and Remus to drown in this river. This river is the largest in Rome and meets the Mediterranean at the suburb of Ostia.
The Tiber.
Yes, or Tiber River. And finally, according to legend, Romulus was the first king of Rome, and this man was the last.
Tarquin.
Yes, that's correct for 30 points on the bonus. Well done. Number 4. This force produces the torque on a ball rolling down a ramp. This force is proportional to the normal force by coefficients. Scripps Ranch.
Friction.
Yes, symbolized mu. Good for 10 points. And another bonus. The ring type of these structures can occur within collapsed volcanic calderas. For 10 points each, first, name these structures that are classified based on the movement of their hanging walls in relation to their footwalls. Types of these structures include normal, reverse, and strike-slip.
Fault.
Yes. Faults often occur along transform boundaries, which are located between two of these structures. These sections of the Earth's crust move in a process known as continental drift.
Tectonic plates.
Correct. Finally, the Vine-Matthews-Morley hypothesis proposed this cause of continental drift. This process occurs when new oceanic crust is created at mid-ocean ridges and gradually moves away from the ridge.
Seafloor spreading.
Yes, all correct for 30 on the bonus, and that is the end of the second quarter. Okay, score is confirmed. Casey County with 60 and Scripps Ranch with 170. The third quarter is the category round. The team trailing at this point gets the first selection here from the 3 categories that are available. There are 10 questions available in each category, all just to the team themselves. No points stolen here. And then after that, the other team will select from the 2 categories that remain. So Casey County, since you trail, you get the first selection here in the category round. The categories available this game are geographic landforms, Black authors, musical chairs.
Landforms.
Okay, geographic landforms is your selection. Again, these questions are all just for you. No need to use the buzzer on any of them. Give each of these terms associated with geography. Here we go. Number 1. This word for a collection of islands, such as Indonesia or the Maldives, contains a Greek root meaning chief or ruler.
Archipelago.
That's right. Also known as a snow forest, this biome is dominated by spruce and fir trees.
Taiga.
Yes. These large areas of flat, high land, such as the ones surrounding either side of the Grand Canyon, are sometimes formed by volcanic uplift.
Mesa.
Plateaus are what we're going for there. Number 4. These moving pieces of ice can create landforms like moraines and cirques.
Glaciers.
Correct. Wind forms these features, commonly seen in deserts that resemble hills made of sand.
Dunes.
Yes. Number 6. These narrow strips of land connect 2 larger pieces of land, such as how Panama connects North and South America.
Isthmus.
Yes. Number 7. This term describes a ring-shaped coral reef or island that partially or completely surrounds a lagoon.
Atoll.
Yes, that's correct. Number 8. 6-letter term for a treeless grassland plain, the largest of which is in Central Asia.
Steppe.
Steppe is correct. Number 9. This name is given to the relatively flat area next to a river, which may become underwater due to high precipitation or additional water upstream.
Floodplain.
That's right. And finally, ground that remains continuously below 32 degrees Fahrenheit for 2 or more years is called this.
Tundra.
That's called permafrost, is what we're looking for there. You did very well. I believe that was 8 correct for 80 points, taking you up to 140. Scripps Ranch, 2 categories remain, Black authors and musical chairs. Which would you like?
We will take musical chairs.
All right, musical chairs it is. Name each of the following associated with both chairs and music. Here we go. Number 1. Sit Down, You're Rockin' the Boat is sung by Nicely Nicely Johnson in this Broadway musical.
West Side Story.
Guys and Dolls is the answer there. Number 2. Often musicians must audition for a chair in these ensembles, where the person in first chair may receive higher pay or get more solos.
Orchestra.
That's correct. Number 3. This string instrument is the largest that is usually played while seated.
Cello.
Cello is correct. Number 4. The stool used while playing one of these instruments is sometimes nicknamed the throne. This instrument was developed to play complex jazz and ragtime music.
Saxophone.
The drum kit, or the drum set, is what we're going for there. Number 5. Sitting Around the Radio is sung in an opera by John Adams about this politician who travels to meet Mao Zedong in 1972.
Nixon.
From Nixon in China, correct. Number 6. A tune of mourning sung by Marius, Empty Chairs at Empty Tables, is a well-known tune in this musical based on a Victor Hugo novel.
Les Mis.
Yeah, I can take that, or Les Miserables, yes. Number 7. Legend has it that this man started the tradition of standing up from one's chair during the Hallelujah chorus of the oratorio Messiah by doing so himself at its 1743 London premiere.
Handel.
George II, King George II was the first one to do that. A popular dance at weddings in this religion, known as the hora, often involves raising an honored guest up in a chair during the dance.
Judaism.
That's right. A chair was one name for a small version of one of these keyboard instruments, with pipes often found in small churches.
Organ.
Right, and finally, derived from an Italian word meaning middle, this term is used to refer to an intermediate balcony in a theater, usually with its seats lower than the main highest balcony.
Mezzo.
Mezzanine is the term that we're going for. You had the right route there, though. So you picked up, I believe, 60 points on 6 right answers. And so at the end of the third quarter, it's a score of 140 for Casey County and 230 for Scripps Ranch. We'll move ahead to the fourth quarter of the match, consisting of 8 toss-ups worth 20 points each. Teams, it is still anybody's game. Hands on your buzzers. And here we go. Number 1. This philosopher imagined a 1,000-sided figure called a chiliagon in Meditations on First Philosophy. This philosopher described doubting everything to get a new perspective on life in his Discourse on the Method. This thinker unrelatedly names a coordinate system Scripps Ranch.
Descartes.
Descartes is correct for 20. Number 2. This poem's narrator describes the air swung by seraphim whose footfalls tinkled on the tufted floor. This poem's title figure is asked, "Is there balm in Gilead?" Scripps Ranch.
The Raven.
Is correct for another 20. A piano suite this composer dedicated to his daughter, Claude Emma, contains Jimbo's Lullaby and Gollywog's Cakewalk. Scripps Ranch.
Debussy.
Yes, Claude Debussy is right. Number 4. Secretion of parathyroid hormone decreases the density and strength of these structures, which contain Haversian canals. Vitamin D is often used to treat diseases in which these structures are weak. Scripps Ranch.
Bones.
Is right for 20. Number 5. The admiral who organized this event was assassinated in the aptly named Operation Vengeance. This event was known to its perpetrators as Plan Z, and the code... Casey County.
Bay of Pigs.
Incorrect, I'll continue. And the code phrase, "climb Mount Nitaka," was used to initiate it. Isoroku Yamamoto led this event, which resulted in the sinking of the battleship USS Arizona. Named this day which will live in infamy, a 1941 surprise attack on a Hawaiian naval base. Scripps Ranch.
Attack on Pearl Harbor.
Is right for 20. Number 6. According to Homer, one of these objects made by Hephaestus depicted heavenly bodies and flourishing cities. In Norse mythology, maidens named for using these things could have been the basis for the mythical Valkyries. One of these things, wielded by Athena or Zeus, featured Medusa's head. Scripps Ranch.
Shield.
That's right for 20. Number 7. In a story in this collection, John is convinced by Nicholas to hang 3 bathtubs on the ceiling to save himself and Allison from a flood. In this collection's frame narrative, pilgrims compete in a storytelling contest on the way to the shrine of Thomas Becket. Scripps Ranch.
Canterbury Tales.
Yes. Final toss-up. In this state, future Congressman John Lewis was injured in clashes with police on the Edmund Pettus Bridge. Martin Luther King Jr. composed a famous letter from a jail in this state. Casey County.
Georgia.
That's incorrect. I'll continue. Ku Klux Klan members bombed the 16th Street Baptist Church in this state's city of Birmingham, the site of significant events in the civil rights movement. In which state did Martin Luther King Jr. lead a march from Selma to Montgomery? Scripps Ranch.
Alabama.
Alabama is correct for a final 20 points, and that is the end of the game. So a final score confirmed, 140 for Casey County, 390 for Scripps Ranch. Scripps Ranch, congratulations. We will see you later this evening in the Joint Service Championship. We know 2 of your opponents already. The top seed from the Navy, Princess Anne High School, and the top seed from the Marine Corps, Catholic High School, have already won their championships, and we will wait until later this afternoon to find out the Army champion. That will be at 4 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. We'll have the Joint Service Championship here with all 4 of the respective branch champions at 5 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. So we'll hope you'll come back here for that. Thank you very much. Have a good afternoon.